Hi everyone! Today I wanted to talk a little bit about wedding day makeup. I want to talk a little bit about why I recommend that you do hire a professional makeup artist for your wedding day, and then also if for some reason you can't because of financial constraints. I have some products here that I've actually researched a lot and tried a lot. I think that they're really good investments to use for your wedding day and then also afterwards as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and just talk a little bit about why I do recommend that you hire a professional. The reason being is because when you apply makeup for everyday life and when you apply makeup for a special event where you're being photographed, it's two very different beasts you're handling. I know that when I do these videos, I do my own makeup and I do them just how I would in everyday life, and I feel like when I go back and watch these, I look really washed out. But I don't feel like applying tons of extra makeup. So it's kind of like an art form getting this done right for being professionally photographed and videotaped. I know that there are also different products and tricks that makeup artists have so that when flash photography is used, light doesn't bounce off your face quite as much. And there's just a lot of contouring tricks that they use with bronzer to just give you the most flattering angles on your face. I don't know all of the tricks, unfortunately, but I do have a lot of products here that I can talk about that if for some reason you are not able to get your makeup professionally done, this might help you out a little bit. If you are lucky to have your makeup professionally done, I do recommend that you do a trial beforehand. Usually makeup artists will offer this as a discounted service if you do end up booking with them. When you do a trial, it's a really good way to just make sure that you're comfortable with your makeup artist and also make sure that you like your overall look. Take pictures of it afterwards, make sure that you don't want to make any adjustments, and then also buy your lip color. Ask your makeup artist specifically what lip color they put on you so that you can go ahead and buy it. In the last video that I did, I talked about what to bring with you in your clutch purse on your wedding day, and I told you specifically to bring your lip color. So, my makeup artist used MAC lip colors on me, and I have them right here. I showed them to you in my last video too, but one was a luster finish and one was a frost, and I found them very moisturizing. But you should also probably carry around a lip balm with you just because you do want nice supple lips throughout the day, just so they don't look really dry and crusty in photos. And then I've talked about this in my red lipstick video, the Nivea A Kiss of Smooth lip balm. You can get this at any drugstore. Softest lip balm I've ever used. I really like that. So it's definitely a really good base coat for underneath your lips. So let's move on to doing your own makeup. A lot of people actually choose to do this, one, to save money, and then two, it is kind of a good opportunity to invest in some products that you might not otherwise purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you a lot of products that I've noticed a lot of the makeup artists using when I work on weddings with them, and then also products that I've researched on my own. I do a ton of makeup research. Can't tell you why. I think it's because when I was in high school and college, I was like not into makeup at all. I didn't even start wearing it until I was out of college. So I think I'm making up for a lost time here, but I'm really into it right now. I've been researching a ton of products, trying on a ton of products, and then talking to makeup artists as well when I am working on them with weddings. And I've found a lot of things that I think are really high quality and also very affordable that would make good investments. So the first is a foundation, and of course I didn't bring it out with me, but I do own it, and it's the Revlon ColorStay foundations. A lot of makeup artists are recommending this right now, and it has amazing reviews online. A really good website to check out makeup reviews before you purchase something is makeupalley.com, and I'll put the link in the information box below. But tons and tons of people review products there, and Revlon ColorStay is one of those that's consistently well reviewed. I use it now. I used to use MAC Studio Fix, and I really like the MAC Studio Fix, and I totally recommend it, but because of the fact that I was trying to save money with my cosmetic addiction here, I went ahead and bought the Revlon, and I really love it. I think it provides really good coverage, it blends really easily, and it comes in two different formulas, oily to combination skin and then normal to dry, or something along those lines, and the color selection is really good. So I'd really recommend that. But first, you are going to want to use a primer. I used the Sephora one. It looks like this. And honestly, the only reason I bought this was because it was the cheapest one out of the Sephora face primers. You can end up spending a lot of money on face primer. I think the Smashbox ones are like $30 or more or something like that. And I did look up reviews of this ahead of time online, and they were very favorable, and I really like this. And then the other thing I do want to talk about is eyeshadows. There are so many that you can get these days, but the ones that I really like and the ones that your makeup artist would probably end up using on you anyway are the MAC ones. And I would recommend these for your wedding day because you can buy these little palettes. I think they're like $3 or $5 or something like that at MAC stores. And then the individual pots are only $11. So they're really high quality too, so it's not like you're getting a cheap product. And the MAC eyeshadows come in tons of colors, so you could go into like a MAC store or a MAC counter and just say I want to try like a special occasion look or something, and they'll help you pick out some colors, and then you can kind of play around with them, and then you'll have them for after your wedding too. It's like an everyday special occasion look. But the case is really nice. It's good for travel. It's a magnetic shut case. And then, like I said, each pot color is $11. If you don't have a MAC store, unfortunately, you can't get these at like a Macy's counter. I don't know why they do it. That's one of the things I hate about MAC is that unless you go into an actual store, they don't have some of their products. You have to order it online. But they do sell their eyeshadows individually in little tiny pots. Unfortunately, they're $14 each if you go that route, which I don't like. I really like having compacts of eyeshadows, and as you can see, my other one is this one. You obviously do not have to get these big ones. This is a 15 powder. This is just because, like I said, I'm kind of like addicted to cosmetics right now. So I'd recommend MAC eyeshadows. I think they're really easy to blend. They come in an array of colors. I think they're very affordable for the quality that you get. And the actual pigmentation of these colors is amazing. So another eyeshadow option for you guys is NYX Cosmetics, NYX, and of course that's another thing that I forgot to bring out with me. I only have like 1 or 2 of the individual eyeshadows, but they're really also very good, high quality. I think they're $5.99 at Ulta. You can buy them online at cherryculture.com. I'll put that link in there for you as well. Really good colors, tons and tons to choose from, and I think that they're comparable to MAC shadows, I think. I just prefer MACs because I like the pots that they come in, and then with NYX you can only buy them individually or in preset trios. Moving on to eyeliner. Totally loving the gel liners right now, guys. I think that they're easy to work with. I think that they last a lot longer. I really like them. Unfortunately, I don't really own a good one. I have a Stila Smudge Pot. I'm not crazy about it. It's just kind of the first thing I saw on Sephora, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. It dries out really quickly. It's 18 bucks. I wouldn't really recommend it. I think Bobbi Brown is the one that's the best out right now as far as consistency, color payoff, etc. And it's the one that makeup artists will really recommend to you as well. They're a little bit more expensive. I think they're $21, but it's also, again, a product that you'll probably keep for a really long time and be happy with. The MAC gel liner is also very good. It's called Fluidline. I think it's around 14 to 16, so that's also a really good one as well. If you want your shadow colors to stand out pretty well, you're going to need to use an eye primer. It's basically what makes the color come out to the best of its ability. I use a MAC paint pot and Painterly. You can also get a Palladio one. I'll put that link down below as well. It's called the Herbal Eye Primer. You can get it at Ulta. You can get it at Sally Beauty Supply. That one's really good as well, and it's significantly cheaper. The one that I currently am using for under eye circles is Bobbi Brown, and this is Corrector in Light Peach. You always want to go a little bit darker for your concealer under your eyes because your circles are a little bit darker, so you're going to need a darker color to cover them up, and this goes underneath your foundation. A couple other products that I really like right now, I talked about this in my clutch video as well. This is the e.l.f. Eyes Lips Face Contouring Blush Bronzer Duo, and it looks like this. And like I said before, this blush right here is almost an exact dupe for NARS Orgasm, so that's pretty awesome. It's universally flattering. Most people can wear this color. And then it has a bronzer for sculpting. I recommend that you guys do a YouTube search for how to contour your face with bronzer. I think that's really important. A lot of makeup artists do it for your wedding day. It gives you more of like a healthy glow. Simple as that. But I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. I just know that you can, and I do it with myself as well. Another e.l.f. product that I'm like really shocked that this is actually as good as it is the high definition powder. Everyone has been talking about how awesome the Makeup Forever high definition powder was, but it's super expensive. It's one of those Sephora brands it's geared towards professional makeup artists. Then e.l.f. came out with one, and everyone online on YouTube and like beauty blogs started talking about this. So I had to get it. It looks like this. The packaging sucks. It's very cumbersome. It's really hard to travel with. But the top screws off. Let me just show you guys. It comes with this little puff that I don't really like, but it keeps the product from spilling out. And it's just this white powder. It's translucent. And it's just meant to kind of set your makeup when you're all done. Just make sure that everything kind of stays put throughout the day. It goes on clear. It is so soft. It feels softer than baby powder. I love this stuff, and it's $6 online. I couldn't find this at Target, but you can buy it through the Eyes Lips Face website. I'll put that link down below as well. This stuff by MAC is called Fix Plus Spray. I bought this as one of my first MAC purchases actually because so many websites were talking about it, and I was just like, well, I'll give it a shot. It is $19.50, but you do get a lot of product, I think. I don't use it every day. I only use it when I need my makeup to last. So in addition to setting it with powder, just because your wedding day is a long day, I recommend doing as much setting as you possibly can. You spray this, you spritz it on your face, and it kind of gives you this nice cooling feeling on your face, and then it once again just takes the extra step to help you set it. So I really like that. I would definitely invest in some sort of an eyebrow color. This is by Anastasia. It's $22. It's kind of expensive. I kind of splurged on this only because I had a gift card, but I do really like it, and this is in the brunette dark brown color. You are going to do a little bit of shaping on your eyebrows, not because you need it, just because it's going to show up a little bit better on camera. And then it looks like my last product is mascara. And I thought this was hilarious when I got my makeup done for our wedding. My makeup artist she's been using all these high-end products on me. She used NARS, she used MAC, etc. And then she whipped out this L'Oreal mascara, double extend. It comes in this double tube here. I thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, wow, you're using L'Oreal mascara? And she's like, oh yeah, it's awesome. It's the best mascara I've ever used. And what it is it comes with this primer on one side, which I think is really good, especially for our wedding day, because you're, like I said, you're gonna be wearing this stuff for a really long time. So that's just gonna make the mascara adhere. And then on the other side is your actual mascara. And this is the waterproof formula, guys. So make sure that you do get a waterproof mascara because there will be tears of joy. So I really like this stuff, and it lasts forever. It took me a really long time to get this off at the end of the night. And it made my lashes very, very dark and black and full. And I have really tough lashes to work with. They're very short, they're very thick, and they're very pointed downwards. So they are almost impossible to work with. And this stuff worked really well. So I was just like blown away by that. And it's like, I think $10 at Target or something like that. You can't beat it. And it's such a great mascara just to have for everyday life as well, for going out at night and stuff. Okay, so now you have all this stuff, all these new toys to play with, and you don't quite know how to use them. I would really recommend just doing YouTube searches for tutorials on makeup. Honestly, that's kind of how I learned to do my own makeup. I mean, there really is a formula to this, especially eye makeup. There are so many tips and tricks out there that you can do. There's definitely a certain way that you apply eyeshadow colors. There's a certain way that you can apply bronzer to make your face look a little bit thinner. There's all kinds of tricks to give yourself a really, really beautiful complexion with your primer, with your concealer and your foundation, all kinds of things that you can do. I will put a ton of links down below of some websites that I used when I first started, and just start studying those, play around with all these products, really finalize your look and memorize how you do it, and just make sure that when you are applying your makeup for your wedding day that you know that you do have to pack on the color a little bit more than you normally would. You don't want it to look overdone by any means, of course, but you still want it to be able to show up in your photos, obviously. That's the whole point of this. So that is really it. I'm sorry that it was kind of long-winded, but I just want to remind you guys, I'm not a makeup artist by any means. I'm just saying that if for some reason you are not able to afford to hire a professional makeup artist, but you do want to do your own makeup, or you just want to invest in products that you're going to use for a while after your wedding day, maybe to even bring on your honeymoon with you. These are some products that I'm really, really liking right now. Everything that I reviewed in here, I love. So I'm not like trying to pimp anything that I don't think is going to work for you. So yeah, that is it. I think that's going to be the end of my makeup beauty talk. Just because I'm not a professional. So that's really pretty much the extent of my knowledge on that stuff. Just go into a MAC store, MAC counter, any Sephora, whatever, start getting recommendations for products. Honestly, you end up having to buy quite a bit anyway, so that's kind of why I tend to just say, you know what, get your makeup professionally done and then just buy like a couple things that you like. But I mean, it's also kind of nice to buy all this stuff and invest in it anyway. I hope that wasn't horribly boring for you guys. I hope that you kind of had some fun watching it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know as always, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here soon. Bye!